This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we're going to talk about when you specifically should start your business. If we begin with the end in mind, what is it that you want? What is it that you want to accomplish? How do you want your life to look like? Don't ask yourself, what do I want to do? Ask yourself, how do I want to live? What kind of lifestyle do I desire? How do I want my life to look like? How big of a family do I want to have? What kind of health do I want to experience? And how long am I going to live for? How much money am I going to have? It's not really about the money, but what can my money buy for me? Like, what kind of a difference am I going to make into this world? Am I going to be a multimillionaire? Am I going to be a billionaire? Am I going to actually try to be the first guy who's a trillionaire? Who knows? Okay? But you've got to make a decision about how you want to make your life, or how you want your life to look like. And then you've got to make the necessary steps to get there. Okay? Because it's not going to create it on its own. You actually have to take certain steps in order to get there. Now let's go back to the beginning. When does your business journey start? Does it start today because you started watching my videos, if you've been following my videos for a while? Did it start a few years ago, but you're still kind of stuck in the mud, not quite sure to make things work, whatever? Or is it something that's going to happen after you finish your studies, and then after you finish your job and been there a few years, and now you know the ropes, and now you finally can start your business? Okay. Let me tell you that your business journey started a long time ago. It actually started when you were born. You were born on this planet to do extraordinary things. The only limit that is upon you is the limits you put in your own head. Okay, the only limitations you have in your life are the ones you set up in your own mind. Understand that, which means that your business journey started when you were born. So think about that. You went to preschool, and then at 6 years old, probably you started school. Eventually, 12 years passed, okay? And we're talking now 12 years. You multiply that with 200 plus days a year, and let's say approximately 8 hours every day, maybe a little bit more because of homework and back and forth transport to school, etc. That's gonna add up to a whooping 20,000 hours of time that you spent in vocational training. Think about it. Why do you go to school? Why do we go to school? We go to school to get a job. And we go and get a job because we need money. But in fact, the only people who are poor are the people who have jobs. People who have their own businesses and who focus on their own businesses for years and years and years. Yeah, they might be very poor in the beginning, but they end up having lots of money in the end. Okay? So think about that. You spent 20,000 hours at school. Maybe you then went on and you went to university. Let's say you did that for another 3 years. Well, that's approximately 5,000 hours more in school not making money. And then you're like going into the workforce, and now you begin to make money, and you're still in the workforce and you haven't started your own business on the side yet. Now, let me encourage you a little bit by saying, you know what? Do you know that there are people out there who never, ever start a business for themselves? Who basically live in poverty or middle class, meaning just over broke job, just over broke their entire lives? Well, you, as part of the Men of High Value movement, and as part of watching this video and all the other 200 plus videos I've made on this channel, understand that that's not what we're about. We're about business. We're about setting massive goals for ourselves, learning sales, learning marketing, and taking the necessary steps to take our businesses to an exponential growth level because we're becoming leaders. One small step at a time, it's happening. Let me tell you instead what I'm going to do to my son in terms of business. Now, my number one goal with my son has always been that he feels loved. Once I began to understand business, once I began to understand male and female dynamics and understanding kids and understanding basically how the family unit's supposed to function, because most families are dysfunctional. Once I understood that the most important thing I can do for my son is to massively love him and unburden him between the ages 0 to 9 years old. So I basically found out he's not going to school at all. He's going to be homeschooled, and I'm going to give him massive amounts of freedom and try to keep him safe at the same time. Okay, this is what he's done. Now at 9 years old, he is begging me, can I start my business? I want to go out and do a juice stand. I want to do this and that and the other. And I'm like, sounds like a business boy. And what is happening right now is I am preparing him for the day when he turns 12 years old. He's not quite ready yet, but he's basically joining me a little bit in business here and there. And I've told him to do a YouTube channel and to just post a YouTube video every single day. You know, you never know where it ends up, you know, and he started doing a little bit with that. But the point is, what happens when he's 12 years old? From 12 years old, I'm going to teach him everything that I know about business. And instead of him going to school and learning from teachers all day who know squat about making money and actually succeeding in life because, hey, they've got jobs, he's going to learn from me instead. But he's going to establish that business and it's going to be his, and he's going to make a lot of money doing whatever it is that he wants to do to serve other people as well as he can, okay? And then he's 18 years old, and I plan for him to be at least a millionaire by the time he's 18 years old, maybe more. From then on, he can choose whatever he wants to do. Does he want to continue being in business with me? Or does he want to launch out on his own, keep building his own business and lots of other businesses? Who knows? That's up for him to decide. But what I know for sure is he's going to have a business. Now, if he chooses to be a doctor or an attorney or all that stuff, sure. But I mean, like, who would want to just work that kind of a job when you can have it all? We're in the 21st century. Of course, if you want to help a few hundred people a year, fantastic. But if you want to build systems that helps millions of people and think really big, you're in the right place. Why am I sharing all this information with you about my son? Because I want to tell you the answer for when should you specifically start your business. You should have started a long time ago, my friend. We grow up in different circumstances, and just like myself, you probably were not in my son's shoes, okay? I didn't have a father who at 12-year-old told me, hey man, are you ready to make money? Let's go and do it. But my son does, okay? You will have sons most probably in the future. You want to be that kind of father for your son, who actually has the ability to train him in the art of business and to train him in the art of dealing with people so that he can build systems of people working together to create a better world together. Which means, when was the best time to actually start your business? When you were 12 years old. When you were 18 years old. When you are, okay, yesterday. No matter which date it was, if you're not planning to start a business, it's a problem. And you need to start immediately, right now, to figure out how you want your life to look like, and then choose the direction you're going to go and start making strides towards it, okay? It's not okay for you to be in school and say, yeah, but I'm gonna finish school and then get a job and then we'll see what happens. If that's you, then maybe this channel is not for you. Then I recommend Graham Stephan, who talks about real estate and taking the easy route with 401ks and ROTs or Roth IRAs or whatever it is. Okay? This channel is kind of a little bit more like Grant Cardone style, which talks about 10x and taking massive action and making things happen today, not tomorrow, not 5 years from now, and not really caring about a pension in the future, because there's not going to be any money in your pension anyway, because who knows what the government's going to do with it, right? You are responsible for you. Take 100% responsibility for your future wealth and for the business and leadership training of your future sons. Okay, that's what this channel is all about. Which means, do you want to do this business building process? Do you want to make this slow and painful or fast and fun? A 12-year-old invests 10,000 hours between the age of 12 and 8. He's going to be world class at 18, whatever it is that he chooses to do. This is the same thing for you as well. If you invest 10,000 hours in developing the kind of business that you want to develop, oh my gosh, you're going to be massive, okay? You're going to be huge no matter what it is that you choose to do. However, if you choose to do this fast and fun, let me tell you one thing that I'd recommend all of you guys to do. I've got a few spots left in my coaching program, okay? Why do I mention my coaching program? Because think about it this way. If my son did not have me as his father, he would do the slow and painful route of establishing a business, which is spending 12 years in school plus maybe 3 or 4 years more, and then go out and start a job and then eventually start a business. And then he basically, when he starts a business, he starts at 0 hours and then he needs to do the 10,000 hours more. Imagine if you could start now from today and have a mentor, someone who's gone before you and who's failed and succeeded before you in order to help you to take the next steps forward in your life, okay? I'm not massively successful like Grant Cardone, but I think I'm pretty much the same successful as he was at my age, if that makes sense, okay? Think about it this way. If you've got a mentor, a coach, instead of it taking 10,000 hours, you can become massively wealthy in this 21st century life that we're living in right now by simply having a coach for 2,000 hours, let's say, or 1,000 hours, okay? But it's not gonna take you 10,000 hours to create abundance in every category of your life if you hire coaches to help you. It's the same in the gym. In the gym, if you're just going there, every day by yourself and just kind of working out and yeah, I'm feeling good, it's completely different than if you've got a personal trainer and you know exactly what it is that I mean. That's the kind of mind frame that you get from having a coach like me. And since it is not November, I am making a special offer for existing clients and new clients alike, 50% off from the $300 a month that I charge to $150 for a full month of coaching in November. That's minimum 4 coaching sessions online for an hour on Skype, and then unlimited pretty much texting back and forth and helping you, guide you to set up your foundation for the direction you're going to take in order to achieve your massive grand scale dreams and goals that you've got for yourself. Abundance is so short away, okay? It's not very far distance off. And the reason why I'm saying that, okay, your success is so close by. Okay, you simply require a little bit direction and some massive fuel to get you going, and I know I can produce that for you. If you're interested in my coaching program, write me on the email below, tell me who you are, tell me your story, and then we can see if we can work together. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you in the next video.